Hi guys, this is Lionel 35 years NFL executive, 4-time Super Bowl champion. Now we get to work with high school, college, and professional athletes. Here we're going to talk about everything. We're going to have guests, we're going to have people in here to go back and forth on our top 10 picks of the week. This is going to be really exciting. This is a great one that we all could learn from. We're excited because we know what the scouts are looking for. We get to share it with the athletes, with the parents, with the fans, with everybody that loves football. And everybody loves football, right? So welcome to Top 10. Let's get it on. All right, this is the fun part. I'm going to give you my top 10 NFL teams going into the season. My first, number 10, Jacksonville. Everybody's excited about Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence came on last year like gangbusters, and they set now as my number 10 team going into this season. My number 9 is Dallas Cowboys. Now, how can you go against the Cowboys? My former team, I work for them. How can you go? Lots of nothing but talent all over the roster, but they've really got to get it together from the quarterback position, and it's going to come down to Dak. But you can't deny the Cowboys. They're a top 10 team. Number 8, the New York Jets. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, come on. Aaron Rodgers with a bunch of bartenders if you have a chance to win. I mean, Aaron Rodgers makes you unique, and the guy still can play for another 2 or 3 years. I like Aaron Rodgers, and I had to put him in my top 10. He ended up number 8. Number 7, Baltimore Ravens. Come on, Eric DeCosta, Ozzie Newsome, some of the best that's ever done it. They've selected Hall of Famers like Ray Lewis and all those guys. What? You got to go with those guys. At number 6, the LA Chargers. Now, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has come on. Justin Herbert is as talented as I've ever seen. I scouted for 35 years, and Justin Herbert arguably was one of the top 5 talents in all the years I've scouted. So the Chargers are easily the number 6 team going into this week. Number 5, Buffalo. Buffalo with Josh Allen, okay. Every year Buffalo is good. We all know that. That's a given. Now Buffalo's got to take it to another level. We know they're going to win 10, 11, 12 games. But now Buffalo, you got to win in the playoffs. Number 4, yeah, it's getting better. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is out of LSU. Joe Burrow is a big-time player. When I see that guy play, all I want to do is watch the game like a little kid. I don't even evaluate when I watch him play because he knows how to quarterback, and it's fun to watch. My number 3 team, San Francisco 49ers. That's a talented roster. Nick Bosa just signed his contract. He's got his money. Brock Purdy, the young quarterback, the last pick of the draft, they find him. Those guys are good at what they do. AP, I mean, those guys are good at it. They're my number 3. Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, the Eagles. Heck, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts came into the league. Everybody said, oh, he'll be an average starter. This guy's a star. Philadelphia is fun to watch. Great defense, really good on offense, an aggressive football team, well coached. I love Philly. That's my number 2 team. My number 1, everybody knows the number 1. My mom could come up here and pick number 1. Patrick Mahomes, really, Andy Reid. Those guys are the team to beat. Mahomes he's like watching video game. He's the number 1. Now listen, guys, this is fluid. So everything's going to change on a weekly basis. How do you stay number 10 in my top 10? You got to win every week. If you lose, you go down. If you win, other guys come up. There's no biases here. It's all about winning football games. That is my top 10. Enjoy. These are my picks. Hey, listen, if you don't see it that way, let's talk about it. Put it in the chat. Throw your opinions at me. Challenge me. But those are my picks. If I'm wrong, come back at me. So these are my top 10 players that are under pressure this year. It could be good pressure or bad pressure, but it's pressure. So my number 1 is Tony Pollard with the Dallas Cowboys. Tony's under pressure, not that he's not a good player, he's a very good player, But Zeke Elliott's not there this year. He can't look over his shoulder and say, well, Zeke's coming in to back me up. So now Tony's got to produce as the man. And Tony can do this, but it's pressure, Tony. You got to bring it. My number 2 guy is Justin Fields out of Chicago. Justin was drafted high. Justin's got to be productive this year. He's not had a productive year yet. So this year it's put up or there will be some questions. My number 3 guy is Deshaun Watson. Deshaun came off of the suspension last year, didn't play the whole season. You've got a whole year season, Deshaun. You've got to produce. That organization has put everything on you. Number 4 is Mac Jones. Mac Jones out of New England. Coach Belichick chose Mac out of Alabama, and they're not accustomed to not making the playoffs. And they're not accustomed to being mediocre. Mac Jones has to produce and get to the next level. Next guy is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, now, okay, Sean Payton will not put up with being average. He is not going to Denver to be average. And he doesn't care about names. So Russell Wilson has to put up, okay? This is the same guy who coached Drew Brees. And he wouldn't tolerate mediocrity from Drew Brees. So Russell Wilson has to put up. Next guy is Jared Goff out of Detroit. Jared came on last year. Detroit became a Cinderella, played well, almost made the playoffs. Jared Goff needs to take it to the next level for Detroit. Detroit's a young team that everybody's excited about. I am too. But Jared Goff has to carry the load for that team. Oh yeah, I see that chat going crazy now. All right. Number 7, Sam Howell, Washington Commanders. Sam Howell. They have put a lot on a young quarterback, but they have a great defense. There's good receivers over there. They don't care. That young quarterback has to produce. They're looking to win right now. New ownership. Baltimore Ravens brought in Odell Beckham as one of my guys. Odell Beckham is a veteran guy who can catch everything. That's going to help that situation in Baltimore with the receivers because they've struggled at the receiver position for years. My next player in my top 10, number 9, is Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts out of Atlanta, drafted high, great expectations. Kyle Pitts has got to carry the young quarterbacks in Atlanta and take his game to the next level. Look for Kyle Pitts to have a big year. He must have a big year. The last one is Jimmy G. Jimmy G out of Las Vegas Raiders. Jimmy G is going to come in and try to right that ship in Vegas. He's got to produce. The Raiders are my top 10. A lot of pressure on Jimmy G. I see this chat room just lighting up. That's awesome. Keep it up. Let's get into this top 3 rookies this year, guys that will have a circle around them. My number 1 guy in this draft is Anthony Richardson with the Colts. The Colts took him because he dropped a little bit in the draft and they got him. Had a great preseason. This guy's got it all. Big arm, athletic. He can make all the throws. Going to be exciting to watch, a potential superstar in the making in Indianapolis. My number 2 guy, rookie, is Jalen Carter. Jalen is out of University of Georgia. He dropped because of off-the-field issues, but boy, he's an animal. He's a big physical man. He can control the game. He's going to be fun to watch. This guy is playing with the Eagles. The Eagles defense. Jalen Carter's with the Eagles. Are you kidding me? That's scary to watch. The third guy, my third guy here with the rookies that I'm going to be looking at is Will Anderson for the Texans. Now, he's playing for DeMarco Ryans. DeMarco was a guy that had Bosa with the 49ers. Now he gets to work with Anderson. Wow, this guy is a sack machine. Pam, this section is lighting up. Can you come help me, please?
No problem. What's up, everybody in football land? I'm Pamela Lowry. Now, let me tell you something. You got some crazy questions coming along here. The fire in the chat, is popping, baby. So let me see. We got Lindsay H. from Hopewell, Virginia. Can Aaron Rodgers at 39 lead the New York Jets to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I really do believe Aaron can do it. Aaron has some more left in the tank. He's a really, really competitive guy. He's got chips on his shoulder from Green Bay. I'm looking for him to light it up. I look for the Jets to go far in the playoffs, if not the Super Bowl.
Okay, come on now, Guru. We got Bryson from Chillicothe, Ohio. What's up, Ohio? Will the LA Chargers make it to the playoffs this year?
Well, they have no choice. I mean,
Okay.
they made it last year, but this year they have to make it in advance because with the team with Justin Herbert, you know, you got ammunition there. You got good players on that roster. So, yeah, the Chargers need to ascend.
All right, now, come on. Now, thank you so much. I see that chat still blowing up, and thank y'all for tuning in. We have Marshawn J. from Austin, Texas. Mike Tomlin has been doing his thing, and he put thing, for years as the head coach of the Steelers. So, is he going to be a Hall of Famer?
You know, Mike's been in the league for 15, 16 years. He's never, ever had a losing season. And he's won a Super Bowl.
Come on.
We're looking at a guy who's a Hall of Famer in action. We're looking at Mike Tomlin. There's a few of them in the NFL right now, Hall of Famers in action. You know, like Bill Belichick and Andy Reid and perhaps Pete Carroll. And, you know, I don't want to leave anybody out, and I may have, but there's a lot of guys in the league like that, a handful of guys. Yeah, Tomlin is a Hall of Famer.
Tomlin's going to do it?
He's going to do
Tomlin's going to do it for the Steeler Nation?
He's the real deal.
Well, you know what? These questions are coming through, and we want to make sure that you keep sending your questions in to us. And put some fire in the chat. Put your comments in the chat right here on Top 10.
I'm Lionel Vitale. Until next time, just remember, everybody loves football.